you did send me previously a study published in the Nature Science Journal, which did say that we are getting more Christmas typhoons in the Philippines. And nakita kong isang phrase dun was from 2012 to 2020, there was a 210% increase in Christmas typhoons in the Philippines. I wanted to get your insights on this, and do you think this is a phenomenon that you're also seeing in your own studies?
Yeah, by the way, the author of that study, si Dr. Bas Consiglio, is with Pag-asa. So he's a very good friend. So anyway, yeah, from yung sa mga bagyo tulad ni Odette, halimbawa, Pablo, Sendong, from way back, I think, kailan ba yun? 2010?
Yeah, pati 2011. Ruby, I remember Typhoon Ruby, I covered it during Christmas.
Yes, Ruby, yeah. So, ito yung tina-refer ng paper na yon. And not only that, even the November, although ang ano niya is Christmas, but also includes yung November na month, I believe. Yeah, dumadami siya for several reasons. Pero it's really difficult to say kung next month, kung magkakaroon ba, and so on. So, parang tends to be different kasi from year to year. So like yun nga, last year wala tayong gaanong bagyo na nakuha, pero this year biglang sunod-sunod na ang dami. So it's really difficult to say. But if we look at yung generally speaking, tignan natin yung 2 decades, then we can say na mas marami yun nabubuo.
I see. And then, isa rin pong change that people are commenting on is yung mga ibang regions na hindi nga usually sanay sa bagyo are already experiencing it. And there's some comments that I saw about Mindanao not usually being on the track of tropical cyclones, but kasi nga southern location siya, so usually it should be, diba, not included in the track, but may nakita daw na 480% increase in tropical cyclones in that region. Is this something that you've also been seeing?
Yeah. And it's really bad nga kasi hindi sanay eh. So, although I understand na yung may mga tao na ayaw nila yung word na resilient kasi parang kumbaga we are surrendering ourselves. Pero sa totoo lang, resilient talaga yung mga tao na madalas namaan ng mga bagyo. So, Bicol region, Cagayan, diba, sa Isabela, sanay talaga sila eh. And they bounce back very quick after, onslaught of very intense tropical cyclone. Pero yung sa South, yun nga, hindi nila, kumbaga, you're not familiar with the impacts, you're not familiar with saan ba babaha kasi hindi naman gaano nangyayari. There's no collective memory, yun yung Kaya yung, di ba, si Odette, for example, ng 2021, the second costliest na bagyo na dumaan sa atin in history. First is Yolanda, I believe, no? Pero si Yolanda, Odette, is not so far off in terms of track. Naalala ko si Pablo, even yung sa evacuation center, they didn't even know kung paano i-evacuate. And nung in-evacuate, it's the evacuation center that got hit by debris flow pa nga eh. So yung kasi, di ba, you don't even know saan pupunta yung tubig, yung baha, hindi mo alam saan nalagay yung mga tao during evacuation. So, yeah, it's a very difficult situation. Pero good thing is, actually meron, di ba, we can actually predict saan pupunta yung tubig by modeling, by, disaster science. Kaya, kumbaga may way naman for us to warn people. Kaso yun nga, warning is one thing, pero for them to understand and accept those warnings and do something about it is another.